What's going on, everybody? It is I, Gibby, and we are back with Liza P. As obviously you guys can tell from the title, we are going to continue off from our last episode. I think we did everything that we can do up until this point. You have blue around you. Let me talk to you, because sometimes when you've got the blue butterflies, it means you might have some new dialogue.
A puppet that keeps changing, keeps growing. I can feel a change in your ergo. Change is never easy. Look at me, a human trapped in the shackles of the past. I wish I was back in Krat before the petrification disease. Before the disaster. Krat was a city of light, a city of joy. I wish I could go back, even just for one day.
Yeah, I was about to say, Krat was probably really cool. A cool place to be back in the day. Let me check here. I have 3 quartz. That means we can get a upgrade. Well, upgrade and a half, but we can at least get one upgrade from the chair before we get started. Activate this. We are going to go to the amulet slot. Yeah. That's always a good one to get. What did I get last time? I have attack and survivor. Enhanced perfect guard. Lower damage when discharged. Okay, let's look under the ability type. Let's see if there's anything useful. Charges Fable when a perfect guard is successful. Charge Legion when eliminating an enemy. Do this one. I mean, it's not super important, but maybe it'll help us later on in a pinch. That we can, we can sharpen our weapon faster, is what I was trying to say. And then we'll use this one to enhance wholesale recovery, and that's going to unlock phase 3 now. Which, these are where you get more into, like, the cube stuff. This one's always a good one. It just increases how much your stuff heals. I don't know if, I'm going to get some more of these down here before I move on to phase 3. I don't know if adding a quartz now, I know it doesn't give me the big buff, because you have to have both of them unlocked to get like the actual big buff, but I don't know if slotting one now will give me the skill or not. Let's do increase the staggerable window. And since now I'm on phase 3, we're going to go back to the survivor type because we have access to pulse cells. So now we have 7. Honestly, I don't remember how much we had before. So maybe if I'll go back and see if it worked or not. Whee. I'm glad they have the one broken section so you can just walk off instead of having to go all the way around. I did actually just go back to this location, which is right before the first boss, to buy the other 2 starting weapons. I am like pseudo aiming to try and collect everything that I can. I think I've talked about that. So you can buy all 3 starting weapons. You don't have to buy all 3 starting weapons, but you can. But they, I think, are the only missable weapons. The rest of them you either buy from a merchant or you find out in the world. But at chapter 8, you can't buy the starting weapons anymore. I'll have to go back and double check, but I'm pretty sure those are the only ones that are missable. But I am like pseudo aiming. Well, I want to get the plat for this game. So I'm kind of pseudo collecting everything while I do this playthrough as much as I can. So that it makes it easier. So I have to go back and double check on missable weapons, but I think that's it. And they're all, I think it's 300 ergo a piece. So, I mean, it's not a whole lot. So, but you do need them for the trophy of getting all the normal weapons. And then getting the best ending, which is what I'm aiming for now, should help us get the trophy for all the special weapons. And now we have a new enemy type. Ow. We now have doggos. Like zombie dogs. So that's fun. I think I heard somebody drop behind me. Yeah, I thought I did. I don't know why I've never used this weapon before. I don't know how long.
Once, was just a small town on the coast of little importance. Before Elysian Boulevard was built, this place literally was all there was of Krot. But when some in the city prospered, they left the old town behind. Through isolation and neglect, Krot's first incarnation became nothing but dangerous alleys and desperate slums. On the bright side, I guess, the whole city of Krot's pretty much like that now. The old town caught up with the new. It's true what they say. A receding tide sinks all boats.
Okay. As I was saying before Jiminy rudely interrupted, I do not know how long this weapon will stay good. But like I said, by the end of chapter 6, so by the end of the next, not this episode, but the next episode, I will have the weapon that I wanted to use put together. So, and then there's this area. Is this just, what's this? A smiling bunny mark. The smiling bunny is the well-known sign of the stalkers. It is said to serve as a sort of pass in certain areas. Okay. And whenever we get to I think it's chapter 9 is when the DLC opens, we can come back here. And I believe this is how we access it. I've never done the DLC before, but I'm pretty sure that Stargazer, which was there like when the game first came out. So they must have thought like real far ahead that they were going to do a DLC. Oh, it's just to go back. He'll like appraise the bunny mark, I think, is something that he does. So on the end of the episode, we'll go back and talk to him. Dog, I need you to stop. Down over here. Ooh. Oh, I broke a weapon. That's why. I was like, why did that block sound so loud? Over here, if we can just... I was going to say not walk into the bear trap, but I did not see the second one. And there's actually this dude up here. So it's always good to like be aware of your surroundings in these chapters. But this weapon here, if you guys are wanting to do like an advanced build, which focuses more on like your elemental-ish weapons, here is pretty much your go-to for most of the game for your acid, which is really good against like human bosses, I think. I think it's human. Yeah, I thought you were up there. And then the one enemy that's here that I'm not particularly fond of, it's that. And that is quite indeed exactly what it looks like. And if you didn't get a good look at it, we will. It's a zombie bear, essentially, is what I'm calling it. Again, motivity weapons making me sound crazy and everything else. Again, I'm just not used to like the amount of damage that they do. Normally I don't have that anywhere near that good of a time against that thing. Oh, you jerk. Come on. If I die to the dog, I will be very, very upset. Definitely want to watch out for that bear trap. Make sure there's not any other ones. This item. It all just kind of loops around. Hey, doggo. Come on. Yeah, idiot. So I could have went either way, but I wanted to clear out the enemies too, but you know, right up here is where we fought the bear. It just kind of loops under itself. This is not my favorite area, but it is my my favorite boss. So you guys will get to get insight of what boss I like the most. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna need you guys to chill out. Thank you. We'll ignore that. Ignore the fact that I swung and just completely missed him. Yeah, that's leaving. I didn't even think there was... Outside of the butterfly, there's really not anything that great over there. But there is a trophy, which... I've already gotten most of the trophies whenever I played this game before. That's why none of the trophies were popping up for, like, bosses and stuff. But there is one for killing one of every... Excuse me, butterfly. So, I've already gotten that one. But there's like 4 different... Ooh, you are tough. And this is also going to get me killed. Ooh, okay, hold on. I was gonna say, how many times are you gonna swing? I don't remember that guy being that tough. But he did give quite a few drops, so... A lot of hidden moonstone, which is awesome, because I'm going to need them to level up my weapon whenever I get it. Sorry, I like to check all corners as much as possible. We don't want to drop down there yet. Wanted Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hear enemies. Okay, must just be that guy over there. I was gonna read that, but if you guys want to read it, you guys can pause. the running R2 is actually pretty sick. I like the R2 attack as well. We are actually going to drop down here. No, you're not an enemy. Fire abrasive. And then there's even treasure to be found in a collapsing shack. Find out what happened to the greedy couple. So we find out that there is a secret here in this area by dropping down here. But we also have a shortcut. This is going to take us back to the Stargazer up at the top. We can also come out right there, but we'll come out there on the way down. I don't remember what items are out there, or if there even is any. It may not be any item. Scribbles of slum resident. Everything changed after the doctor spread the blue medicine. I buried my brother. I don't even know it was my brother. I am supposed to say if. I don't even know if it was my brother. Who is this doctor? Whose blue hair is it in his cane? Ooh. I mean, we only know one person with blue hair. We are going to level up, and we are going to level up our vigor. Why? Because stamina is starting to become a problem. Alright, so we are going to try and time this, right? Trying to see where the doorway is at so I can just walk out. There we are. It is an item. Dark Moonstone of the Covenant. So that is a upgrade for the sword that I am using right now. We are going to go ahead and take these guys out. And then I'm going to take out these two that are up here. I don't think that big guy spawns back, but I'm not going back over there to fight them. I just want to clear out this immediate area. There's no item back there. Because of who we are going to have to fight next. And he can be very annoying, and I don't want anybody else to interrupt the fight. But yeah, wide open area with an item in the middle of it. What could go wrong? This guy could go wrong. He's not, too bad. Like, a lot of his attacks are the same over and over and over again. And they're not hard to block, but he does hit very hard. If you are not careful. I'm using a motivity weapon, so, here we are. Again, this fucking game, sorry for cussing, this game just saying, hey, you're going to talk about how bad these guys are, and then you're just going to have an easy fight. So we did get a key. Where did key show up? Oh, the last one. Collectible. A key obtained from the Tomb Slums in Malum District. It opens a shack in the Tomb Slums. The Tomb Slum residents are infamous for being pickpockets and petty thieves. This shack might hold the treasure they have hidden away. So wondering where that is. It's right there. The door. Right here in the boss fight. So. You. And then you're gonna show up. I don't remember what this is, to be honest with you. Superior corrosion resistance converter. So that just ups what we are already using. And I also forgot about this. I mean, neither one of these are good. I'll put this one on to reduce our weapon durability, but I mean, we're not fighting puppets right now, so there's no point of putting on the puppet one. There is a there's an amulet for each enemy type. So there's actually one that'll let you do more damage to these guys. But I don't remember where to find it, to be honest with you. And then there's a shortcut that's right here. I've never figured out how to get it. I think it's in another chapter, to be honest with you. I'll have to look it up again, but I think it's another chapter you can get that, but I've never found it. Alright, well, since I only used one heal, I won't go back to the Stargazer. You guys don't have to worry about that big guy spawning, so if you guys are playing the game and you do have a hard time and you go back to the Stargazer, that big guy doesn't respawn, so you don't have to worry about, you know, having to fight him a second time or anything like that. Hello, sir. Assuming you're a sir. Honestly, I don't know what the heck you guys are anymore. Oh, I tried to perfect block that. Damn. Although I probably should have gone back to the Stargazer. Oop. It'll be okay. We'll make it work. Alright. Hop down here. We got some items. As old and rickety as this bridge looks, you don't have to worry about it falling. I know whenever I first came down here, I was like, you know, there's got to be another way around because I don't trust that bridge at all. So. Do I have any more? I have one. So we're going to put that on, and then I did pick up some thermite. Let's do that. This is another, like, one of those bear enemies, except a lot bigger. But, you know. And definitely looks different. Hello, sir. As you can see by its lack of like a head. Or it's like, it's not lack of a head, but like exploding head. But I always try and use fire on these things. It's just the easiest way to take them out. I think it's essentially the same thing as the one bear fight that we went earlier and fought, but on a bigger scale because of its size. So, but here we are, the Malum District. Sweeper's Branch Newspaper Archives. I will let you guys read this one if you'd like. And that talks about Fox and Black Cat, I think.
The malcontents of the Malum District. A nasty puppet has invaded our territory. Be careful.
His laugh gets me every time. Almost sounds like the Mad Hatter from the real life versions of Alice in Wonderland. I forget if they had like a specific name or if it was just Alice in Wonderland. Let's go across here without falling, preferably. Oh, well that wasn't all that great. This part kind of sucks. But you know, we'll make do. Just one wrong move and, you know, back to the Stargazer. So we will do our best to make it to the bottom without failing. Because, you know, platforming is great. Ooh, okay. I think if I roll... Nope, I'm gonna miss it. Okay. If you have enough health, you can... Yeah, I probably just have to, like, walk off it. But if I just walked instead of rolling, I would land on it. But if you have enough HP, you can survive that last drop. Welcome to the territory of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Remember, anyone who fails to pay the protection fee on time is headed straight for the coffin. Ooh. Interesting. Hello, guys. So we'll get one part of the weapon here, and then the next part in the next episode. Oh, it's still just talking to him. We will level up our capacity because we're getting close to 60 again. I think maybe 20 capacity will be good. I'm probably going to keep the carrier's amulet on, which is upping my weight limit anyway. So maybe around 20-ish. We'll see.
Oh, I saw you go into the factory. But you're here. So, wait. You came out of the factory? That's a new one.
I thought you would have been burnt to a crisp. But look at you. All intact.
Brother, being too frank is rude. We should praise him for being stronger than he looks. Why not join forces? Play our cards right, and we could defeat the villains who rule this area.
They're the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. The baddies who torment the residents around here.
We heard their hideout is stuffed with treasure. And it's a good time to liberate this place as well. Pretty sweet deal, don't you think?
All you have to do is create a distraction. That's it. The rest we can handle.
So, you gonna do it?
I don't know if it matters accepting or refusing their offer.
Smart choice.
But I'll
Look
accept
at our
it.
Smart friend, Gato.
We're no slouches in the fisticuffs department in a pinch. You lead. We'll bring up the rear and watch for hidden threats.
If you ever know that old saying, sounds too good to be true? That's these guys. So.
What do you think? Not bad, eh? Our new dumbass.
I can hear you. Just saying. So. They will actually fight. If given the chance, but you could see by their by the damage they do, they're pointless. But they don't just do nothing, but they might as well. It takes them forever to do something I can do in 2 hits. And this enemy here, forget it. They take forever to try and take this lady out. I mean, even I take forever to try and take this lady out. And they don't really take aggro either because they do so little damage that unless you are just running away and not hitting an enemy, enemies won't even look at them. So we do have a door right here, but as you can see, the there's no button to push. It's because it's right here. Okay, we can go down here. Oh, I forgot about that. There's some items down here. I think there's a chest too. Yeah, there is a chest. I don't remember what's in the chest though. I don't think it's a weapon. No. It's a brake cartridge. I mean, that ups everything. It does make our weight go up, but it does make us a little more tanky. And pretty much running through this game, you just want to use what you have that's best. There's only one. I have to remember where it's at, but there's one defense item that I want, you know, like for sure, because it's the best one. Outside of the rest of them, you just whatever you got. You guys wanted to read that. I left it up there long enough for you guys to read. But yeah, it's like the best. So essentially, it's the frame. I think I have it written down. Yeah, so it's a heavyweight frame. So it does your physical damage reduction rate, and it's the best one. The rest of these are all situational. Like this one will give you more defense against acid. But if I'm going up against a boss that does fire, you know, this one gives me more fire damage. Or if it's shock, this one gives me more shock resistance. Not damage, resistance. So, you know, it's different ones. This gives you resistance to the statuses like disruption, shock, and break. Which I think if you saw when I hit the bear trap, I think it gave me shock. And then this gives you slash, strike, or pierce defense, which, like I said, depending on what you're going up against is what you want to use, essentially. The only one that matters is the first one, which just gives you physical damage reduction, just flat out. So what little fighting they did...
Oh, hold up. It's been a while since I worked like that. I got aches, you know? And I wouldn't want to cramp your style. I'll take a breather here, then catch up later.
What little fighting that they actually did manage and everything, this is it. They don't help you past this point. So, like I said, they're pretty much useless. Oh, motivity crank, nice. But yeah, that chest right there has got the weapon that I'm here to get. And that's going to give me 1/2 of the weapon that I want to use for the end game if I don't decide to use this sword all the way. Like I said, I don't know. I think essentially you can use every weapon all the way through the game, but obviously, you know, some weapons are better than others. So.
Here's a news bulletin. This just in. The intruder turned out to be Geppetto's puppet. This month's protection fee will be waived for anyone who hunts it down. What a deal! Now hurry up and run, you idiots!
Yeah, with his laugh. We will fight this guy, but there's a bunch of enemies that are up here that you saw one of them that is going to be throwing stuff at us. Sorry if I got really quiet when I turned my head. So that we're going to deal with those first, but we will. Oh, okay, sir. I need to run past him. We will fight him. I just want to deal with all the side enemies first, which you just go up this ladder and then you can deal with all of them. Heal. Okay, we're just gonna miss the butterfly, I guess. I knew that was there too, and I walked right on it. Okay. I knew that hole was there. And I still just stepped to it. Excuse me, sir. I'll get back to you in a minute. I want to deal with the rest of these guys. Which can be a little annoying considering they are right next to a wall. But, you know, we managed. You... Oh, I didn't realize you weren't facing me. Oops. And you guys are probably, if you guys watch the rest of the series so far, you guys will probably recognize this weapon. It's the bone-cutting saw blade, which, if you guys remember, the donkey that we fought in episode 2, it's his weapon. That's the weapon he was using. But I want the blade off of it. And I'll show you guys a little bit more of that whenever we, you know, get to that point. Take you out because the dogs are very annoying. You not so much. Alright. And now to deal with the big guy. Ow. Okay, yeah, so it's break, not shock. I don't know what... Honestly, I don't know what break does. I have to look at the different side of it. I think shock stuns you, or maybe that's break. One of them will, like, do, like, a stun, and you just kind of get stuck there. Oh, this guy is crappy to fight. This will be the one guy when I say is crap is actually crap. Thankfully, I got that stun because that's probably what is going to save this fight. Need to remember that I have this shield. There we go. Patience amulet. It's actually one that I have been looking for. So this, it's gonna probably slightly heavy. But this is going to up my stamina recovery. So it just means my stamina is just going to fill up faster. And of course. So now we can get another upgrade whenever we get back to the hotel. Is there anything back here? I don't remember if an enemy jumps you back there or not. Yes. I should have figured. Make sure nothing else is creeping up behind me. I think I need to go that way. So we'll go back here. Iron protection. If there's an enemy in here, yeah. Oh, there's two enemies in here. I'm glad you yelled before you attacked because that almost got me. And now we have a telephone.
Another fine day in the city of Krat. But I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Ah. I hope my return isn't too unexpected. It seems that our fates may be interconnected. Now, do pay attention. You won't want to miss when the king of all riddles says, "Riddle me this." I stand tall and proud when I'm young and bold, but I'm short and humble once I've gotten old. What am I?
This is one of those that's like, it's an obvious answer.
That's right. Did you cheat? Are you cheating? Better not be cheating. You're irritatingly good at this. Or am I? Oh, impossible. I am the king of riddles, and you are just, well, you. No offense. You're either very lucky, improbably bright, or more likely, you're cheating. But I would never level such an accusation in a culture where dueling is still an acceptable method of solving disputes. I'm the king of riddles, not the king of swordplay. You know, I wonder, perhaps it's your connection to Candle. Because the answer is, right? You get it, but you're not feeling violent. Huh. Even better. It's as good a time as any to grant you this boon. Now, take your new key and say, "Give me some room." I can tell you're enjoying these times that we spar. I take leave of you now, but don't go too far.
Alright, so that gives us the key to the last door that we found, which is in the last chapter. But I know there's an item right there, but in case I do fail the jump, I'm going to open this. Because there has been too many times that I have failed, you know, jumping across here and stuff and falling off, that I had to run all the way around. So, yeah, exactly, like that. And it's mostly jumping back. Jumping to the thing, it's not terrible, but jumping back is what gets me. Alright, yeah, there's a person up there. Take it nice and slow. Okay, heal before I die to this dog. Oh, man. I could go back and just kind of make my way back through because all of the big enemies are gone. And I'm probably going to regret not doing that. But we are indeed really close to the shortcut that goes back to that same Stargazer, because there's only one in this area. So, I know you don't see one. I wonder, can I walk around this? Because she's there. There's like a trap.
It's funny seeing them all flustered.
No, okay, so you just always hit a trap. Okay. She's gone. Okay. She's another one of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood that they have been talking about for this area. They run this section essentially. Come on, let's do the thing. Thank you. They're the ones that run this territory. Crescent Moonstone. So that'll be good to upgrade my weapon whenever I get it. So, this next section, I'm going to try and run through. And I will probably fail in doing so. But through here, there's a really big guy right there, but it's also full of other enemies. The big guy is my main worry. And I think he's pretty much aggroes you as soon as you walk through the door. But past him is the shortcut doorway. So yeah, he starts moving. Okay, I would like to know what I got stuck on. But yes, through here, I can at least get the door. Preferably let it open first, but... Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Yeah, okay. If an enemy gets too close, you can't use the Stargazer, which is kind of annoying. But it also makes sense. Okay, we got the shortcut. It was worth it. There is a chest that's up there. Yeah, you don't even have to fight that guy. You can just let him walk further, and then you can go past him. There's this guy. I don't know if this guy will... Oh, you know what? Hold on. Collectible. Switch display. I'll let you guys read this one. I think this is the one I just picked up.
I thought there were no more survivors.
I don't know if this guy will sell to us
But
or
you,
not.
you're new. I do love a bit of commerce, but the bosses are really strict about who I'm allowed to sell to. Are you with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood?
Apparently, I've picked up their mark.
I can't tell what's real and what's fake, to be honest. My job is selling stuff, not detecting forgeries. If it's fake, you'll be the one to get punished, not me.
So, he sells a weapon and a record. Anything in here that I want? Good question. Oh, we'll get this. I'm gonna be up against a humanoid boss, so maybe it'll come in handy. But yeah, he won't... I don't remember where I picked up the Black Rabbit mark. It might have been the thing, like the coin that I picked up. At the start of the section. If you don't pick it up, he will not sell to you until after you beat the boss. Because, well, you'll see why. A Legion caliber, which lets us upgrade a Legion arm. Drop it in here. But yeah, this room is full of enemies. Yeah, I figured you saw me. He has super long reach. He's one of those, it's not too terrible to fight, but he can be very annoying. I know I hear another one. So, we are going to gather everything in here, which is just a few items. It's not really anything of importance, nothing super crazy. And then I'm going to go back out here to the Stargazer to heal, get everything set up. I do not... Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's actually go back to the hotel before we go to this boss fight. only because he might have the acid grindstone for sale. If he does, that's going to be real helpful to have. Like I said, it's a human boss, and acid does really good against him. You, sir.
The House of Vanini, even
I have to talk
priceless
to you
things
anyway.
have a price. Every item is a treasure.
I think you say the same thing every time, so we're gonna skip that. Oh, you do not. Okay.
Oh dear.
Give him this.
This is the mark of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, a notorious band of stalkers. The Stalkers as a unified force ceased to be after their defeat at the Battle of the Workshop Tower. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood took over the Malum District after that. I believe you could use this mark to move safely whilst on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's turf, to use their unsophisticated vernacular, and give you entree to the black market as well. But be careful, sir. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood is quite infamous for how they treat interlopers. If they catch you, they'll put you in the liar's coffin. Yes, I believe it is as unpleasant as it sounds. Ah, and I see we have new physical records to catalogue for the collection. Such effort deserves commensurate reward, don't you think?
So we get an upgrade item for that.
At the House of...
I thought this guy sells it, but maybe it's not until later that he sells the acid crank.
Welcome.
Right? It's him, isn't it? Yeah, it's him. So there's an item that you can give him, just like with this other guy, and it'll up his shop.
You know that stalker? The Hound? Is it true you brought him here? Wow, I didn't know he was still alive. Thank heavens. I haven't seen him in person, and I don't know how I'd react. How do you thank the man who saved your life? I'm so glad that someone so kind has reached safety. And speaking of safety, please take care of yourself out there. You're not the only one who's curious.
So Eugenie knows
Most
Alidoro.
people get around to asking where I'm from. My looks give it away, don't they? Suffice it to say, I'm from the country of the morning, beyond the ocean. But I wouldn't be much of a tour guide. All I know about it is their weapons. My family was a house of weapons specialists. It's quite a reputation to live up to. They almost took charge of planning for the grand exhibition. But that's their reputation, not mine. And they deserted me when I was little. I don't even know who they are. And my reputation is my own. I suppose my only connection to them would be weapons. So I'm an orphan, and that hardly makes me exotic in Krat. Can I help you with anything else?
Yeah. Let's, so I don't need... I will eventually upgrade this. I don't know if it will get better. Let's see, you're at... I don't know what you start at. When you go to 167, you're at you go to 187. Honestly, this blade may get way higher. But for now, I will up this. And the Dark Moonstone of the Covenant is only used for special weapons, so I'm not too worried about using it for this weapon. This uses like the Hidden Moonstone and then the Crescent Moonstone that I've actually gotten. So we will upgrade that whenever we get closer to actually using said weapon. No. Can I upgrade the Legion armor? When the Fable slot remains, you can parry by pressing the Fable button. Okay. Well, we are going to max this arm out either way, whether I use this or not. But I am curious on how this works. The triangle. So it does parry. But it uses a Fable slot to do so. And it's a very tight window. It's very odd timing. Like, you want to use it ahead of time. Like, slightly ahead, because if you go to, like, normal block the attack. I got it once. Because it uses the Fable slot. Okay. Not sure what the huge use of that is, but, you know. I guess it'll make sense in time. But enough practicing with that. Teleport back here. Alright, now that we are back here at the Malum District, let's go try and fight the boss. See how well this is gonna go. I'm gonna give this guy a second to walk that way. She's gonna come up, but I don't think she's gonna chase. I think if you get far enough, she won't chase you. Right? Or maybe she will chase. Okay. We'll just handle that real quick. Ah. Look who it is.
Looking good. Who'd have thought we'd make it this far? You've got all kinds of skills. Hey, everything went smooth as silk. And you know me, I don't impress easy.
Sure, but I gotta ask. You really gonna take on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood? By yourself?
Hey, well, way to spoil the boss there, Black Cat. Okay, well, if it wasn't obvious, the boss of this area is the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Which, not a huge fan of gank fights, but the way that they did this one, I think, is really good. He just breaks the lock, too. He's just like, yeah, no, we're just gonna break this. You guys are so cool. And that's the guy we've been seeing. We saw her. Actually, we've seen all of these guys except for the one carrying the coffin, the big guy. He's the only one that we haven't seen yet. There it is. The liar box itself. Such a cool scene.
Bring it on.
Alright, so we fight the brother, the big brother. Who honestly has no business throwing this giant blade around as fast as he does. Yeah, so if you get... Ooh. if you get at a certain HP threshold, it'll spawn in. Gotta watch out for him. It'll spawn in one of the other black rabbits. And you just gotta watch out. You get like an audio cue when he's about to attack. He'll make his like grunting noise. And then just watch out for when he comes swings. But outside of that, he pretty much just leaves you alone. But you want to... You definitely want to, You definitely want to, take out each one that spawns in, because, if you get him below the second threshold, then you have to fight him. And it's very annoying. Yeah, so if I continued to fight the big brother and didn't take out the other one, then I would have to fight. There would be 3 of them. Oh. Okay, can we not? I just talked about how you didn't fight, and now you're gonna break the rules. I think they call this guy Backstab Bob because honestly, he's like the easiest one to backstab. If you just dodge his attacks just right, you can just do this constantly over and over and over again.
So this is Geppetto's
That should
puppet,
be
huh?
him. Okay, I'm blocked. You can break his weapon, but it's very difficult to. Okay, sure. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna do that. Okay, sure. Normally he stops attacking, but you know, here we are, I guess. Maybe if you stand too close to him, he will keep attacking. So, it can be annoying. He does hit very hard, and he does swing very fast. But, ultimately, it's not super difficult. But, I mean...
Hey, what's the big idea leaving us behind?
Now you talk.
Oh, I knew we shouldn't trust them. Let's get out of here and give those lousy bums the business.
I figured you would have said that before when they left. Okay. Round 2.
You ain't seen nothing like my
If I would time my parries better, it's not too bad. That attack goes really far. You can backstab all of them, but the second guy I think is the easiest one to backstab. You don't have to get their HP all the way to 0. You can just get to, you know, super low. And it'll, they'll back away if you just get their HP super low. So I really hope I get this. Thank you, because it does a lot of damage. Alright, now I'm hoping if I just back away. Okay, we didn't get the back. But see, he does a lot of attacks that you can just easily get backstabbed on. Like that. I'm just terrible at getting the backstab apparently, but...
So this is Geppetto's pub now?
And he's gonna leave. Just go ahead and do that, because it's a free block essentially. Alright, chill out.
Let's finish this.
Gotta watch out with this guy. He has the he has the grappling hook arm. Like he's got like a grappling hook attachment, and I think he can pull you. No. Thankfully, they don't really do a lot of damage outside of him charging at you.
You're no bastard. You're a sweeper.
Ah. Alright, I want to try and get to distance. And now, he will do less damage. I mean, it still kind of hurts, but he will do less damage. That's why breaking the weapons are very important. Woo! That was such a clean finish! Round 2, baby!
This puppet's crazy!
You guys started it! What do you mean I'm crazy? I mean, it's kind of sad, but like... You guys didn't have to fight me. They just let me go through my own way.
Damn you. You'll pay for that.
Heck yeah. There it is. Eliminated. And we got a gesture for that. Normally it takes me a few tries, but I also normally use like the stargazer thing that, well, it's probably not there now, but that lets you use a summon. I like to use that here, but like I said, it does make the fights typically a lot easier. So before we leave, actually we don't have to leave the stargazer, we'll leave another way. All puppets will die. Also, and anyone who messes with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. So we have a ledger. I think it shows that they were talking with somebody that we are going to meet later on. So there's that if you want to pause and read that. Always check behind bar counters. I think this might be a quartz. Yeah. So we have quartz. We're going to go upstairs real quick. And grab this. Which talks about stalker masks. Which is why you've noticed all of the human people that we fight all have masks on. but then we have this. He looks a little familiar, doesn't he?
Check this out. Looks like you, sorta. From a certain angle. You know, if you squint. No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks exactly like you. I mean, you see it, right? With the nose and the... Right?
Notice how he talked about the nose. So remember that he talks about the nose in particular on the painting. A portrait of an aristocratic boy. It pictures a beautiful boy with a peevish expression but delicate face. Extremely vivid paintings are said to possess souls sometimes. D. Gray, the genius painter, denied all of conjectures. However, his death and the rumors about his paintings are still shrouded in a thick fog. But yeah, it's no subtle hint on why they talk about the nose. But you'll see more specifically why that part was mentioned more so than the rest of the way it looks like him. I didn't realize that glove had like a red circle on the back of it. It looks pretty cool, actually. Why, hello.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you, Mr. Stalker.
How did you even get here? I still don't know how he ends up here.
Hello. It's a relief to see you. I'll get straight to the point. I found the gold coin tree. Who knew it was right beside us? But there's a problem. When I tried to pick the gold coin fruit, it resisted me. I couldn't even get close. It actually burned me. It's probably because I have the petrification disease. Pathetic, yeah. So close, yet so far. If you pick some gold coin fruit for me, I'll give you a reward.
Let's talk to him some.
I heard the alchemists made a device capable of fully utilizing gold coin fruit.
We'll learn more about the fruit.
I ignored it, assuming it was just a legend. You hear all sorts of wild tales about alchemists. Now that I know gold coin fruit actually exists, though, perhaps it's all true. Interact with the Saintess statue at the Grand Exhibition. You might be able to use the other powers of the gold coin fruit. I might look urbane now, but I used to be a farmer. I'm also interested in growing trees. I heard about a vendor who sells plant alchemy boosters. They might work on this tree, too. If you come across such boosters, bring them to the tree.
Okay. So he talks about this tree that we don't see yet. There was something I was gonna say about something he had mentioned. It'll probably come to me. And now we get to see what he is talking about. And notice the shape of the tree too. Like, pay attention to the tree's design. You'll probably see something very interesting about it.
I never expected to see the gold coin tree in a place like this.
Gold coin fruit. A rare fruit produced by the gold coin tree. If you take it to Giangio, he will recognize its value. This fruit that resembles gold holds miracles and is thus a precious wonder drug. However, no matter how bewitching a miracle may be, it always comes with a price. So we can go right back here and take this to Giangio.
Stalker, please.
And we can buy star fragments with it if you really need star fragments, but you find so many in the game that I've never had any problems running out with them. But you can, this is where you can buy the different cubes. So this one, like, temporarily restores HP, increases max stamina, temporarily restores your legion. Then you got these that are down here that you can, that work for your Spectre. So if you use the Spectre a lot, you can use these to kind of help buff your Spectre a little bit. Another thing with this gold coin tree, it might have showed it already. You can reset your level, your Legion arm, and the P organ. So like if I can reset all of my buffs if I wanted different ones, and then I can change stuff. Apparently you can also use your quartz here. I didn't know that one. I already have a survival type. Let's do an attack. What do we got? Yeah, let's do that. And that's going to increase our, the damage that we do when we block, or do perfect blocks. And then, do we have anything else good on the survivor type? Lowers the damage received when pulse cells are discharged. That actually might be a good one. So, it is going to... Oh, cancel that. Yeah, I could just do that for free without using any of the gold coin fruit. He talked about the statue. Before, I don't know when this came out, but you used to not be able to do anything with this tree outside of getting the gold coin fruit. I don't remember when it was added, or if I just never paid attention to it. It may have always been here. But before, you couldn't recalibrate your levels or anything here at the tree. There was a statue in chapter 7, I think. Chapter 7, I think, is where it's at. And that was the place that you could recalibrate your stuff like you can here. So you may notice a similar looking architecture too coming into here. And it's because we're back. Back at the hotel, one full circle. So, I am going to sit here and do the P organ stuff real quick. So, we are going to go back to that one. And then I want to complete this one, which was an attack, which was this one. Bam. And you can, anytime you complete one of these, no matter where it's at on the board, it'll give you one of these points. So like if I complete all of these down here and then maybe one more, unless it might be 3 points. I think I have to do one more on either one of these sections, and then or 2 more in either one of these 3 sections I need to complete, and that'll unlock phase 4, phase 5, and I think there's a phase 6, but you may not be able to get to it until New Game Plus. So let's talk to Geppetto,
The Malum District,
because he's going to talk about the painting that we picked up.
Was it not? But with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood out of the picture, we can focus elsewhere. And why not strike at the root of the problem? The King of Puppets' lair is on Rosa Isabel Street. Perhaps the puppet frenzy will come to an end if we can take down their king. Go to Antonia and get the key to Rosa Isabel Street. I already let her know you'll be coming by. I always remember these favors you've done for me, though it pains me to send someone so precious into such peril. This portrait.
Well, now he talks about the portrait.
I remember it fondly. I thought it was lost forever. I had no idea the Black Rabbit Brotherhood had stolen it. To think that you have brought it back to me. Forgive a foolish old man his memories. Memories of a happier time, my son. I know just where to hang it in the hotel.
So you can investigate it, and it says you cannot use this right now. I may be able to rest down here. I'll talk to Sophia in just a second, 'cause I think she's somebody I need to talk to at this point. Oh, I need to talk to Antonia at least. But I think if I reload the area, the painting changes a little bit based off of how much humanity that you have. So it may already start showing changes since I've been doing a bunch of humanity stuff. Ah, it does not. Okay. It might be whenever I get some more humanity. But as the game goes on and we get more humanity points and stuff like that, you'll notice the changes on the painting. Alright. There is one thing. If I talk to you, is this where it changes? No. There's one point your face will change, and I don't remember where it's at. But we'll keep this outfit. I don't normally use this outfit that much.
That book reminds me. Have you ever heard the fairy tale about a mischievous wooden puppet? All of Krot knows the story, all because of someone who loved that story more than anyone else. But this is strange. I do not recall. Who exactly was that someone?
Maybe Geppetto. That might be the same tune as before. Eventually you can come here, and it'll play like an actual piece. He'll sit down and he'll play an actual song.
Hurry up. I heard from Geppetto.
Ooh.
Rosa Isabel Street is ever so dangerous, I'm told. I hoped we wouldn't have to unlock the passage there. But if we want to stop this disaster once and for all, I fear we've no choice. Geppetto and I care about you very much, you know. Stay safe. For both of us. I feel like my time is slowly coming to an end. However, it's a nice feeling to know that someone waits for you. That someone cares. Please take care out there.
Now we have the key to our next location. You guys may have already figured it out, but just in case if you haven't, she is inflicted with the petrification disease. So unfortunately.
A great weapon calls for a great warrior. Show me that you're worthy to wield it.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't get anything new for the Black Rabbit Brotherhood fight. Sorry, I had gotten a text message from one of my kids' doctors for an upcoming appointment. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. What I will do, though, we're gonna go back. No, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go back here, and I'm gonna buy that record real quick. Because another part of the Platinum Trophy is collecting all of the records. And I don't remember. I think the only ones that are missable are the ones that you get from doing side quests. Which I'm pretty sure we've gotten all of them so far. I've been trying to make sure I do every side quest that I come across, so. Hello?
Oh, you defeated the Black Rabbits? I sure wasn't expecting that. No more bosses means no more worries. Of course I'll open the shop for the guy who freed the Malum District. Take all the time you need.
So that's the dialogue you get if you don't pick up the Black Rabbit Mark. That's the dialogue you get after you beat the boss. I need to buy this too, but I will come back and clean up like shop weapons. But I did want to get that in particular because it will level up our humanity by getting the record. So I want to make sure that I get those for the ending. Alright, so I am going to listen to the record, but I'm going to cut it out because I don't know if it's copyrighted or not. If you guys do want to listen to the records, you can, if you look up either on Spotify, YouTube Music, or those are the only two that I've used. I don't know if there is anywhere else, but you can find the soundtrack to this game. And all of the record songs are on there. And the one we are listening to is Someday. We also have Feel and Divine Service. I think are the only other ones that we have. Yeah. So if you want to listen to them, you can find them on either Spotify or like YouTube Music. So like I said, I'm gonna cut this out because I don't know if it's copyrighted. But this is gonna up my humanity, and I wonder if I get a bump in humanity, if it's gonna change the painting. But I want to show you guys like the painting changes real quick. So if it does show, it's going to be a second. I'm going to cut this out and I'll be back here shortly. Alright, so we just finished the record, which gave us one extra thing, or I guess it's a stat. I don't know if it's a point system or how it works. But it gave us a little extra humanity. So now if I run up here, did it change? It did not. Okay, so it may not be until certain points in the game, but it changes depending on how much humanity you have. I do have enough for a level up, but I am going to need this for... We'll buy these, even though I'm probably not going to need them. I do need this for a quest that's in this next section. And I could have waited for it, but we'll just go ahead and get it, and then that way I have it and I don't have to come back for it in case I forget. But yeah, with that, guys, thank you for checking out my content. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. This is my favorite Souls-like game. Great story, great combat and everything. But yeah, if you guys are new here, thank you guys for checking out my video. In the description, and probably, I don't know when it pops up, but on one of the cards, I will have a link to the playlist for this game if you want to catch up with all the other episodes. And drop a like for sure. That'll help my content get out there for other people that want to enjoy. If you want to share my content with your friends, definitely do so. Leave a comment down below if you've ever played this game before, or if you haven't and just want to get into it. I would love to know what your guys' experience with Souls-like games and stuff, or would be cool to know your guys' experience with Souls and Souls-like games. I cannot talk today, which is very detrimental when you're trying to record YouTube videos. Yeah, guys, it'll probably show up here shortly, but like I said, there will be down in the description below is a link to the playlist, but it'll also show up on one of the little cards here at the end. Thank you guys again so much for all the love and support. Always remember to be good, be safe, and I will catch you guys next time in the next video. Peace out.